Hi, good evening. Well, it's just me again because Sue never managed to make it. She was stuck in the snow. She lives up in the hills from me. Not that far actually as a crow flies, but a lot higher. So because it's higher, then she gets more snow than I do. So anyway, we're getting the interruptions. I've got a little overnight guest. It's his daddy's birthday and they've gone out, haven't they? Yes, my little Gigi. So he has a habit of charging around everywhere. Oh, he wants to come on my knee now. Do you want to? I can't have you on my knee. I'm going to show some crochet. He's going dancing. And the big fella's over there on the floor, whatever he's doing. Supposed to be sitting in his bed, but he's sitting outside his bed, so that's it. What have I been doing? Not a lot really, works in progress. I'm still doing the baby hat. It's got quite a lot of ornate flowers to go on there, but I was having a bit of an issue with my printer and it went offline and it wouldn't go back online. Anyway, my wonderful niece has got me back online again. I mean, I know I can use the computer, but the computer's in the other room, and this is the room I sit in the evening when I do most of my crochet. And you know, the TV's in here, the dog's in here and everything. So, you know, I don't like sitting on the PC chair for too long because it hurts my back, and as we all know, my back it's hurt enough, yeah. Anyway, what am I doing at the moment? I'm still working my way through Nancy's cardigan. It looks a bit strange because it's all in bits and pieces, but as you can see, I'm working my way down the back now. I've done the sleeves. Sleeves are there, and I'm working my way down the back, yeah. So I did actually find the missing video of me and Sue. Did actually find it, but it was chopped off, as you know. It chopped off on its prime. When we were holding up the shawls like that, we were cutting off all the bottom. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Buster's decided to go in the other bed now, and Gigi's decided he wants to go in there with him, and it's not a very big bed. There isn't room for both of you now. Stop it. Don't bite, Gigi. That's not polite. Right, all I'm going to show you now is what's in the other bag. I showed you the bag of crochet that had the baby things in. So sorry for a lot of rustling, but a lot of them are still in the plastic bags. I found that, but I think that's going to go to my great niece because the little hats I made, she's grown out of rapidly. So I think that she's going to get that one. I mean, she would get this one actually as well, but I think it's too tiny. I think it's too small for her. She's growing rapidly. Her brother didn't grow as fast, but she's growing like the clappers. So that one will be going on my Etsy page when I get around to taking the photographs. Danico's taken a lot of photographs of herself wearing stuff, so they should be appearing very quickly. That's just a little baby waistcoat that I made. It's a very small newborn little boy one. That was when I had a go at making character hats. Character hats are not my thing. I leave that to Hayley from Hayley's Hats and a few other people who make them. I can't get the ears to stand up. I can't get anything. So that also may be going to my great niece. Now this one I absolutely love this one. I adore this one. I mean, she might actually fit into that one. I don't know. I'll have to see because it's quite stretchy. I mean, there's no point in me selling these hats, is it? And then having to make her new ones if any of these will fit her. So they may as well get passed on. What else is in here? Oh, this one's too big for her because she's not that. It's actually quite come out. It's supposed to be for a baby, but it came out quite large. It's got all the little frills and the ruffles on it. I mean, I love these kind of bonnets, but they don't seem to be popular. Oh, don't know who that is. Gigi, it's only the phone going beep, 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 beep. Gigi, please. And that's a little bag. I got the pattern for that one off Etsy. Gigi, please. It's called the San Francisco bag, I think, and it's all fully lined. Now I had these up for sale in a shop on the village, and they must have been popular because somebody stole 3 of them. Great, isn't it, when you make them and they get stolen? That's a headband. I'm going to make a few more similar to this one. I put buttons on the end so that you can, you know, the person, 2 buttonholes and 2 buttons so they can be adjustable, yeah. What have I got in here? Oh, this one's a lady's hat. Done this super duper thick chunky wool with a button with a flower around it. These are all waiting to the weather to change so that I can actually take a photograph. I love this yarn. Oh, it's so soft and so cuddly. And that's a cowl. I love the colours in it. Aren't they gorgeous? If you could, wish you could feel the softness. It's like feeling chenille. It's, you know, so squashy. Having said that, what's that in there? It's picked up a bit of something. That's another colour in the same yarn. That's a scarf. These are actually on my Etsy site at the moment, but the photographs don't do them justice. They're so gorgeous, and you can't feel them on the photographs, can you? You can't see how soft and squashy they are. Now that one comes with a hat. It's either a slouchy, or, you know, you can turn up the, turn up the brim and wear it as a regular hat, yeah. What else have I got in here? Some of them. Oh, that's a hat on its own. It's made in the Serdar Crofter chunky, that one actually. I think it's quite nice. It's got a really full flower on that one. Yeah, that's another one that will be going on. It's not already on. That one was one that didn't really particularly turn out all that well. It was meant to be one of those flat caps, so that probably will finish up in my donations to charity. I'm looking for, seems I've got a lot of bits that don't have. Oh, that's another cowl in the lovely soft squashy wool. I just wish you could feel it. It's beautiful. What else have we got in here? Oh, there's a hat and scarf which I actually knitted, believe it or not. I do knit from time to time, although it does hurt my arms. It's really chunky, and it comes with a knitted beanie, but it's quite a small fitting beanie, that one. It's probably more of a teenager's maybe than an adult, although it would fit me, but I've only got a small head. Well, that's another hat in the same rust, super duper chunky, but as you can see it's got the bar across and the little, it's not really a peak, it's just sort of like a mock peak, that one. Oh, another one of the bags which is in probably, I think they're Rastafarian colours, aren't they? But they're all fully lined. It's fully lined, this one, with a bright coloured material inside it. I love making that pattern. I may make some more. I'd like to make it slightly bigger, I think, and make it, you know, into not so bright colours and make it more into an adult size. We'll see. I think more subtle colours for an adult. I don't think that would. Oh, those were just some little wristlets that I made, really. You know, when I did the craft fairs, I made them just like as pocket money things. There's another one. Oops. It's got little buttons on it. They're just like a wristlet. Because little kiddies would come up to the stall and they'd only have about 50p on them. Oh, this is another hat. It's supposed to be an adult hat, but I think the US chunky must be thicker than the British chunky. So it's actually come out more, you know, of a child's hat. I love the long pom-poms though, I think they're cute. That's sweet. Get rid of the bag for that one. That's just an ordinary regular guy hat. Nothing fancy, just stripy guy hat. What else have I got in here? Oh, these are my charity hats. I make them out of bits and pieces I have left over. I start with the pale colours and then from the top, and then I graduate down into the darker ones. I think there's another one in here somewhere, if I can find it. Excuse me, rummaging. Oh no, this is a baby hat. I made it at the Christmas time. It's like a holly type of... Instead of putting holly and... Oh, it's alright, Gigi. Jumped out of his skin. Instead of doing holly and holly berries, I actually put a little flower on it. And that was from a pattern. I think it was one TV or long. It came with... You bought little slippers as well. Oh! A miniature tea cosy. There you are, Margaret. We were talking about tea. There's a miniature tea cosy. I knitted that, and believe me, it took me as long to knit that as it would have done to crochet a whole sweater. So no, I will not be making any more in the near future. What else have we got on here? Oh, that's a strawberry hat. It's got the little pips on it, little pips on the top. This is when I used to do the children's hats, but I've given them up now. Well, unless they're for my great niece, of course. Sorry about the rustling, but everything's in a bag. You see, I could have took them all out before I started, but that wouldn't be me, would it? Oh, that's a little baby boy one. It's just a little done in the puff stitch. It's more like a preemie really, or a very small baby. That's that one. And I love this pattern. I think this Mrs. Mumper TV along. It's done in like the granny stitch, and it's got this massive flower on it. Those will be going on the Etsy, but again they're very small. What else have I got in here? Oh, that was the bunting that I used to use across the front of my stall. Lovely, bright colours. Oh, that's a little girl's shoulder cape. It was from a book. Oh, I think it was, what's it called? Ostentatious Crochet. It's about Jane Austen type crochet. It's got the little beads all around the edge of it. But it came out tiny, so it's only for a tiny child. But it'd be nice for a bridesmaid or something like that. What else have we got? Oh, that's just an ordinary regular hat. I suppose it could be a slouch if you turned it down. But it's actually got sparkles in it. I don't know whether you can see it. Sparkles. What else have I got? Not much else left now, I don't think. Oh, that was my go at making a handbag, but I didn't bother lining it because it went a bit off. It's in really weird chenille stuff, and I didn't like working with it at all. So it's probably going to finish up as somebody's makeup bag, that. Oh, there's Mickey that went with Minnie. That's the Mickey Mouse one. I have terrible trouble with ears on these things, you know, getting them to stay upright. This is why I don't like doing character hats, and I won't do character hats. Character hats are other people's province. I did them because I thought they would sell, and they didn't sell, so I think that's just about... What are you doing, Gigi? Oh, that's another couple of little braceletty things. These will probably wind up at my my niece's deputy head teacher to school, so they'll probably end up in one of her Christmas fairs or whatever. And that's a little hat and scarf set. It reminds me very much of Abba, if you remember Abba. She used to wear these crochet see-through hats. It's got a scarf that goes with it. This is a Doris Chan pattern, this one. It's I think it's called Sweet Lorraine. It's a Unravelry anyway, that's the stitch. It's actually, you can make it as a scarf or a narrow scarf with just one, or you can make it into a bedspread or whatever. You just do however repeats you need. So I just did this because it changed, but it looks a bit odd because it finished with the white, but that's just me being picky. Right, I think that's about it now. Oh, I've got one more. What's that? Oh, that's a little purse. That's another little wristlet thing done in the blues. And I've got one more hat. Again, this is my favourite pattern. This is a bit bigger, but this may go to my great niece. No point me selling hats, and then I have to make new ones for her. Again, it's the pattern. I'm sure it's Mompa TV on Etsy that makes this pattern. I think they're really so pretty. I know I gave one to somebody. I love that flower. I gave one to somebody, and they used it, you know, for the photograph of the baby. You know, for the first baby photograph you have taken at the photographers, you know, that you keep for posterity. Well, they used it for that. Right, that's about it, really. I went to the hospital, as you know. I got the letter, copy of the letter that went to my GP. And it is quite strongly worded, so it might make him stir his stumps a little bit. It's saying that, you know, he should refer me to a weight loss clinic because my spinal operation is quite important. Not urgent, but quite important that it gets done soon. And they can't do it while I'm at this weight. And I don't know what's going to happen because, like, obviously a diet would probably be a little bit slow. So I don't know whether they're going to consider me having, you know, one of those balloon things or... Oh, look at that. I spilled my dinner down there. You didn't notice, did you? You know, those gastric bandy things or what. I don't want the full up. I don't want the, you know, the huge where they staple your stomach and... Oh, no. But there are sort of less invasive procedures where they just sort of stop you making you feel hungry. I've had all this stuff like Lipotrim and everything like that, but because I've got IBS and hiatus hernia, all they did was make me feel poorly. Anyway, and they've also put a strongly worded note at the bottom to my GP saying, please refer her to the infectious diseases, which I was supposed to be referred to, if you remember, before Christmas. And he said it wasn't necessary. About my leg, because I went the other day to see the diabetes nurse, and my leg was just wet through, it was just running. And she said, this is not right, what's he done? And I said, well, he's put me on antibiotics. I said, but as soon as it heals up, it breaks out again. So she said, oh no, he wants to get into the bottom of this. So hopefully with like bombarding him from different sides, he might actually do something now. But apart from that, it's not been too bad. Snow in England is about yay big, you know. Well, it is near me. Hayley from Hayley Sats, I believe she's got like inches of it. I don't think Zoe's got any yet. I don't think it's worked its way down south. I'm not sure about anybody else. I know in the US you would just laugh at the amount of snow that we have to have that causes complete and utter chaos. You know, everything stops for about an inch of snow in the UK. We just don't cope at all. You know, you'd think we never had snow at all. But the only problem with me is because we don't have to have much snow, but if it turns to ice, I can't get out on my scooter. Because I told you before, I live on a hill. So I'd struggle to get up it, and then of course coming back down I'd probably slide the whole way. Because there's no real control on them, you know, you can't, like you can turn into a skid with a car. But you can't really on that. Well, this is because I've got pains in my wrist. I've got arthritis in the wrist. Oh, and I also got told I went to the hospital on Thursday that I've got a degenerative osteoporosis in both hips. Jolly dee. You have to laugh, don't you? If you just thought about it, you just wonder why you carry on. But I'm not going to let it grind me down, am I? The hell, no. Right, I've got two sleeping little boys now. One's sleeping on the chair I want to sit on, and the other one's actually decided he will get in his bed now. So I'm not sure now when Sue... I think I've told you that Sue works full time, but she works on shift patterns because she's in the care industry, you know, the caring industry. And you know, sometimes she works nights, days, whatever. She works all over the place. And also she's on grandma duty as well. She's got 3 grandchildren that she ferries backwards and forwards and goes and gets them from school on different days and things. So trying to fit me in, plus the fact she lives like about, I don't know how many miles away. So I'm lucky if I see her really. But she was disappointed that our other video didn't turn out very well. I mean, I could have put it up actually, but there's only about half of it there. And as I said before, we weren't holding the shawls up high enough anyway. So you were only seeing the top bit, you weren't seeing the beautiful edgings on them. So it was a bit of a waste of time really. Right, I'm going to go. It's Saturday evening here, and I'm sure there must be something on the TV that I can watch. I have cable television, but like Irene used to say, you know, 100 and something channels and nothing on, you know. I think that was Bruce, was it Bruce Springsteen? Springsteen that had a thing that was some 50 odd channels and nothing on. It's a bit like that really on a Saturday evening. We used to always say that the TV companies must be in league with the publicans, you know, because if there's nothing on the TV, like you'd all decide to go out for a pint, you know. So I think that might be it. But so I've got 2 sleeping boys, so they're not going to be much company, are they? Anyway, bye for now. See you soon, hopefully, and hopefully it'll be me and Sue. Okay, bye now.